Hello and welcome to this episode of the We Pay for Your Floor podcast. I'm Phil,
I'm Andy.
And I'm Sarah.
and today we'll be talking about, yes, that. But before that, Sarah, how is your floor?
Good.
Cracking. Andy.
How's your vestibule?
Muddy and unkempt.
Few Porsches left out.
Just a few shoes left scattered. Maybe the odd coat that's been left there far too long.
Oh God.
So, this is harkening back to something that I'd mentioned to someone a while ago, which
You spoke to someone?
I
I
know.
was just gonna say
I
that.
know, isn't it
Phew.
wonderful? So this
The
is
voices.
Said with love, though. Said with love. But seriously.
I said the voices.
The voices.
The weevil.
The
oh,
weevil.
evils, Jackie. Oh, evils.
So you were saying to someone, yes?
You look nice. You're fishy. So no, I was talking to a person and we'd maybe suggested a thing, and this is a thing that has been agreed upon for a while, and it is a thing, and I'm distracting myself because I can't remember how to
remember what the thing
lead
is.
into the thing and how to introduce it, so I'm just going to say mascots.
Okay.
They come in all shapes and sizes and varieties, sometimes as a one-off, sometimes as a multi-pack, sometimes they are interesting, cute, cuddly characters, particularly if you're in Japan. They've got all sorts of mascots.
Oh yes.
Mascots for everything. There's that
Mhm.
entire town
Doesn't
that's
every
like,
region have its own mascot?
Every region.
yeah,
every
there's like
company,
that region
yeah.
with all the apples, and they have the apple mascot, and it's
Ingo.
Oh, there's the terrifying black bear thing one.
Mido something.
Midori? No, that's
No.
melon, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't remember. May something, yeah, but it's the most famous one.
Well, I was curious if you've ever encountered in the wild. Now I'm not counting Disney or things like that because they're well known, but your most obscure or just weird mascots that you're aware of. I'll start, since I brought this up, with the metronomes.
Is it
Metronomes?
there's a metro in Newcastle?
This, what, as in the train?
Yeah.
No, but you're in the right sort
Is
of
it one of those-
geographical area. No, it. See, they're playing with words here.
Yes.
And it would make you think it is the TikTok music timekeeping thing that Andrew
Metronome?
probably knows a little bit about because he does
Yeah,
musicy
because they have you
things.
keep time.
I could never understand how you do that because I just find the ticking annoying.
It counts. It
counts
ticks
to the
on
rhythm,
beat.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Ticks on beat, and you can set it to what beat you want it to be, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Well, knowing me, I'm just like, it keeps making the noise. Shut up! I'll just play louder. Just hit all the keys until it shuts up. But the metronomes
Yeah.
are a group of 4 different coloured gnomes, each representing a mall of the metro centre in Gateshead. So they probably all have names, but there's a red, a blue, a yellow, and a green metronome,
Right.
each representing the red, blue, yellow, and green malls, different
Right.
sections of the metro centre of basically
That's
Newcastle
random.
Gateshead's Meadowhall.
Yeah.
Um,
It's random.
they are not just like marketing mascots. They're not just, you know,
Come to the web section.
yeah, they're not just like sort of poster things. These are actual characters who
I
perform.
just saw they were listed as musical artists.
Yeah, they do performances.
What?
These are the metronomes. If you're watching the visual version on YouTube, you'll be able to see. If not, just search them. Metronome, as in the little small impish creature. Yeah.
How odd.
Yeah, they do performances, particularly around Christmas time and other sort of times of the year. They'll have poor people who are down on their luck and desperate starving actors who just need something to keep them going for another winter. Um, and they have these 4 fucking demons.
That is so
and-
strange.
And that is
Is
what
this
we
what
use.
your family are?
This is what we used to represent the largest shopping centre in Europe, or what it was at the time. This is. We thought this was a good idea.
It wasn't.
They're
What
terrifying.
in the hell?
Hey,
Is the yellow one a chef?
I was wondering why his hat's different to the rest.
there is some good reason to that one. I can't fully understand why
Is it because they're playing on the word
they
chef?
they all look like that.
Chief.
But the yellow one at least certainly links into the mall that it represents.
I wonder what the fuck the yellow one's doing to that child in the second.
In
In the middle.
in the 90s, at least, when these were first introduced, the Yellow Mall, in fact, it still is now, after they got rid of Metroland, the fucking theme park,
Okay.
which we mentioned on an earlier episode,
Okay.
the big indoor theme park with the
Oh
roller
yes,
coaster and everything.
yes.
But that was all in the Yellow Mall.
Yeah.
But the Yellow Mall was also where the food court was.
Ah, that's why it's got a chef hat. Okay.
So he had the chef hat. The other 3 don't really have much of a distinct identity in terms of like the malls. The green one, all I remember for the green mall is that's where Marks and Spencer is. No, House of Fraser. I think Marks and Spencer is there as well. A posher shop.
Yeah.
The blue one is where the cinema used to be. It's now where KFC is. And the red one used to be majoritively Asda.
How odd.
There was like most of it was just a huge, which is odd considering Asda's
That's what
green.
I mean. Yeah. But also, like, I wouldn't imagine a big supermarket to be in a mall.
Yeah, like 90% of the Red Mall when it first, or at least back in the 90s when I was a kid, was Asda. And then in like the late 2000s they changed it. Asda had moved to its own purpose-built, bigger fucking thing over the road, and it sort of lay abandoned for years. Just sort of empty until they eventually opened it up and they put like oh dear, they put a Debenhams in there. That won't be there anymore.
Where was the Omega Mart?
There is no Omega Mart. We couldn't afford an Omega Mart.
Omega Mart. You have no idea what's in store for you.
So now
That's
that
a very
I've
strange reason to have a mascot, really, isn't it? That's
but
very.
as you can see in this picture, they've all got themes. Like,
Like
the red one
dinosaurs.
is sort of a dinosaur dude. Don't know what the
Caveman.
fuck is going on with green.
Peter Pan.
Irish.
The blue one is fishing
Fishing.
for some reason, and then the yellow one is all about food and snacks. There's probably some logic behind them all, but
I mean, my main question is, what bangers did these guys have? What absolute tunes did these guys gift the world with?
Herbert, Sherbet, Maggot, and Rusty. That's the metronome's names.
Wow.
Can we play a game? Who do you think is Herbert, Sherbet,
Who
Maggot, and
the fuck
Rusty?
decided to
Sherbet
get
is the yellow one. Because sherbet are lemons.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Maggot is the green one. Rusty is the red one, and then Herbert
Is the blue one.
I'd go with that. Yeah. Funny thing is, they have a silver mall as well,
Right.
which is like the centre where all 4 combine.
I was going to say, do all 4 gnomes combine to make one mega
gnome?
Like the Megazord in Power Rangers.
Mega gnome.
That's what they feckin' need. They need Power Ranger feckin' gnomes. But there's no silver. There's nothing to, at least as far as I'm aware.
Silver gnome.
There's no silver gnome.
Missing out.
Which is
Denise Welch is busy with loose women now. She hasn't got time to work there.
So, do you have any mascots that you've encountered or that you can think of that are as equally bizarre or nightmare-inducing?
I can't think of any that are particularly bizarre. This isn't a topic I'm particularly well versed in. However, I will say that I have never found Ronald McDonald particularly appealing. I think he's terrifying.
Do they still have those benches with Ronald McDonald sat on it so you could look like you're being molested by a clown?
I don't know,
On a
but
bench
Ronald
outside of
McDonald is
McDonald's.
terrifying, and whoever thought he was a good mascot is kidding themselves.
What a stupid idea to have a clown as a mascot when there's so many people. What's the phobia of clowns called?
Coulrophobia.
Of course you know that.
Yeah. Why? Why is there a glittery turd on that?
Do you remember the mascots we have for the Olympics as well?
The Tokyo one?
No, the English ones.
Yeah.
Did you have mascot for the English ones?
Yeah, we have two.
Wenlock and Mandeville.
That was their names. Thank you.
What did they look like?
The
Aliens.
No.
We have one of them on a mug, unless I got rid of that mug.
Shut up. We have far more important.
Oh yeah, don't you have action figures of them?
What? I get the Olympics because it's kind of like the Olympics. I'm surprised that Eurovision haven't got a mascot that isn't just the heart. You know
I mean,
what
with how much Manskin have blown up,
Who?
they'll be the new mascots.
Oh yeah, those.
Wenlock and Mandeville.
Oh, I remember them. Oh, okay.
Didn't one of them only have one leg or something? Oh no, he had a prosthetic, didn't he?
Yes,
he
for
was
the
the Paralympic
Paralympics.
mascot.
Yeah, Mandeville was for the Paralympics because Stoke Mandeville Hospital.
Ah.
And I can't remember the
clever.
story behind Wenlock's name.
I like that the heads are shaped like cyclists as well.
And they've also, if you look at the top where the letters for their names are,
Yeah.
it's like a London cab.
Oh,
It's like the light of a London
that's
taxi.
clever.
And
Okay.
each one of them on their arms. So Wenlock has blue and yellow on this hand,
Yeah.
and then black, red, and green on the other for the Olympic rings.
Oh.
And then Mandeville should have bracelets for the Paralympic colours.
Well, that's
I can see
clever.
pink and blue and a bit of black. Can't see anything on the other arm though.
That should be it then, because it's just pink, blue, and black is the Paralympic colours.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's on this arm then.
Oh, wow.
Not pink, blue, and black. Purple, blue, and green.
You've got to. I know I will always talk
Oh, that's
about.
what his spikes on his
head
head.
spikes,
There
yeah.
to the
Yeah.
end.
I know I'll always talk about Japan. I know it gets boring after a bit, but still.
Japan can never get
Japan,
boring.
when it comes to mascots, they are off the scale. I mean, Tokyo Olympics, their mascots for Tokyo Olympics was what? Pokemon? Digimon? But there is a mascot that they have, a particular one. And it is, you know Tokyo Tower?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I think it's a particular one for them, or, yeah, I think it is. It's a killer cabbage. So it's a cabbage that is killing people, and it has human teeth, and it's very disturbing. Let me try and find.
I mean, I've just looked up the Tokyo Tower mascots, and apparently it's these fuckers.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
I don't know what this cabbage one is.
It's not a cabbage, but that is terrifying.
It's a bear
Is
cabbage.
it this thing? Oh,
No, it's
oh,
that.
whoa!
It's a bear that's got a cabbage for a head, and it eats people.
Send me that picture because I'll need it for this.
Oh right, yeah, sorry.
Okay, well here's
That's
one
great.
without the woman in it. So I'll send you that one.
Yes. So
What the fuck is that?
Cabbage Bear is now my sleep paralysis moment.
Cabbage bear, that's Japan.
Out of all fast food mascots, I think we can all agree. Sorry, Colonel Sanders, step aside. The King is definitely the best.
Is that the one where it's
For
literally
Burger
just
King.
a guy with a cape and a paper crown?
The Burger King.
No,
Yeah.
it's not even that simple, Sarah.
No?
Do you
Is
not
it not
know
the one that
the
looks like
King?
he's walked out of an insane asylum?
Pretty much.
Oh,
They made a
wow.
game of that
What?
called Sneaking, where you would sneak around as the king.
Kissing McRonald McDonald.
Oh my god.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Sneak up on people and you just give them a burger. I want that game.
So, I have a couple of different celebrities that we can pick for this round of the celebrity name game. Pan St. Clement, the goddess she is, who is on our wall.
Right, yep.
Or Joanna Lumley.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Joanna Lumley?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make sure I don't make any more because this is like the second or third time we've passed on Pam St. Clement. So, right, Joanna Lumley. Okay. You remember how this works?
I remember how it works.
Remember, Sarah, they all rhyme.
Wimbledon.
Bruce Wimbledon.
Bruce Wimbledon.
With the Mary Berry one, we were getting them to rhyme. It's just that Mary Berry, depending on how you say her name,
Yeah.
rhymes with itself.
Berry. Yeah.
Right, okay. Number one. What's it called when Joanna Lumley is an opposable digit?
Joanna Thunley.
Ooh,
Joanna Thunley.
Okay.
That one's gonna look fun.
What's it called when Joanna Lumley is used to make bread?
Joanna Lumley? Wait.
I'll give you
Joanna
that. Joanna Lumley. There
Joanna
you go.
Lumley, there we go. Words.
You're doing the Mary Berry thing again.
I am, I'm
except
mixing the
it
letters.
makes no sense this time because the names don't match.
Going in the caravan.
Caranon. The
Caranon.
Caranon.
Oh. What's it called when Joanna Lumley is a species of snake?
Goanna Lumley? Is it Goanna?
Boa Lumley?
Boanna Lumley.
Ah, clever.
Joanna Lumley.
Boanna Lumley.
Why is it Goanna?
I don't know.
Why am I just
No, you're
dropping the
thinking
first bit of it? Iguana.
Possibly. But
Maybe.
I put Joanna Lumley.
Boanna
Woohoo!
Lumley.
Okay. What's it called when Joanna Lumley is a stoned fruit? By which I mean a fruit that has a stone
Joanna
in it.
Plumley.
Oh, nice one.
Not a fruit that was high on the devil's lettuce. Yes, Joanna Plumley.
So, not inebriated homosexual.
No, it's not that.
That doesn't rhyme.
What's it called when?
Inebriated homosexual.
Yeah, it doesn't rhyme with Joanna Lumley.
What's it called when Joanna Lumley just doesn't really feel anything?
Joanna Numley.
Oh, I was going to say Joanna Glumley.
No.
What's the score? You've got.
I think it's like 3-2.
It's 3-2. I think you're on 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're now this is the halfway mark. What's it called when Joanna Lumley is at a traffic light and it turns green?
Goanna Lumley.
Yeah. Clever.
Joanna Lumley. Okay. What's it called when Joanna Lumley is a Disney princess?
Joanna Lovely? No? Okay.
I'm quite proud of this one. I'm looking forward to seeing how Phil edits it.
Oh, does this mean I'm going to have to kill you?
No, I just think it's going to look funny.
I'm guessing it's a play on a Disney princess name.
Yes.
Or it incorporates a Disney princess name into it. So, Snow White, Cinderella, no.
I believe she's classed as a princess. Let me double check.
Mulan, Pocahontas.
Dunno.
You're not going with like Kiara or Sarabi from The Lion King, are you? Because they're not Disney princesses, even though they are royalty.
Oh, she is
Yeah.
an official Disney princess, so yes, it does count.
Merida. No.
Merida Lumley.
It's actually
Moana. Moana Lumley.
Moana
Oh,
Lumley!
clever. Nice.
Okay, so it's 5.
2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 5-2.
Yeah.
So you can still catch up.
We'll see.
Oh God, how am I gonna edit Moana Lumley? Oh no!
It's just Moana with her face on it.
Oh no!
Just the movie poster with her face on it. Then you can put whoever's face you want on, like Maui and the pig.
You're welcome.
Ah.
What's it called when Joanna Lumley is a very noisy car?
Joanna Brumley. Excellent.
5-3.
Excellent.
What's it called when Joanna Lumley is a percussion instrument?
Joanna Drumley.
5-4.
Alright, calm your tits.
What's it called when Joanna Lumley is just down with the kids, yo?
Joanna Jumley? Wait.
Joanna Lumley. Glow Anna.
That's not what I put, but I guess that does kind of work. So let me rephrase it. What's it called when Joanna Lumley is one of the lads?
Bro Anna Lumley.
Oh, nice one.
Sarah needs the next 2 to tie.
Okay.
What's it called when Joanna Lumley is oddly luminescent?
Glow Anna Lumley.
Ah.
Joanna Lumley. So Phil has won, but we'll see
Yeah,
who
we'll
gets
do
the last
this one.
What's it called when Joanna Lumley is a species of bird?
All I could think of is that you're feeding the birds and you want to say Joanna Crumley.
I nearly did do Joanna Crumley, but because I already had Joanna Lumley, I was like, I'll leave the red ones for now.
Croanna Lumley.
Yeah, Croanna Lumley.
Okay, Goose.
Honk.
Pelican.
Flap.
Mallard.
Fuck
Oh, I forgot about that.
Fuck
I can't
off.
wait for that
Fuck
one.
off
That's
with
gonna
your
be
bloody
hilarious.
birds again. No.
It took you a few birds to get there.
No,
then.
no. I was trying to pretend that you didn't exist. Because we're not going through that again.
Was it too foul for you, Phil?
It ruffled some feathers.
No, no, you're using the same puns again. That's it. That's. I don't have a whistle and I don't have a freaking kazoo, so I'm just gonna have to go. Meh. No, first strike.
We don't do strikes here. I love the celebrity name game because one, it's fairly quick.
Yeah.
Two, it gives Phil a ton of fun editing. He has said he really enjoys editing those.
Yeah.
I never said
Three.
such a thing.
You two get way more invested than I ever expect.
To win.
I should give you buzzers.
Ah, that's what we need. We need a season scoreboard for the games that we do.
Mmm.
Need a season and who wins each game every time, and then at the end
I
of the
don't want a
season we
buzzer.
have
I want a bell.
round
I'll just
to
ring
death.
it constantly so you can't hear her answers.
Whenever there's a pun.
No!
No!
The bell of silence!
Do you just have like a spray bottle that you'd have for a dog?
Yeah, bad pun. Bad pun.
Bad pun. No.
Bad
No.
That's
No.
Sarah.
No.
That's Sarah.
Back on your pea corner.
Goose.
No. No more.
Okay.
Anyway,
You got a news story for us, Phil?
I thought, did you not want to do it? How?
Yeah,
Well,
do
we're at
topic?
45 minutes. I can do
Yeah,
it in
but
the
that
next one.
was like 10.
We had like
15,
20 minutes.
nearly
Yeah,
20
yeah,
minutes
yeah.
at the
Okay,
beginning.
so
20 minutes of.
there's a whole stream of consciousness, as there always is with this topic. So, we all know my dad's not very well.
Yes.
Obvious. We all know
Unfortunate.
very, 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 very unwell. And obviously, it is. I've always thought this way anyway, but it has come to the forefront of how I think of life, how we think of death, how I spend my life on earth, that sort of thing. And it came to mind the other day because I was sat doing a report, right? And I needed this one little bit of information for this report, and I could not find it anywhere. Couldn't find it anywhere, and I was convinced that it was just me being stupid. And I could not find this bit of information for the life of me. So I was asking all these different people, what's it? I couldn't even find couldn't think of remember the name of it. I could not think where this fucking piece of information was. And I got so upset, like I actually got upset because I could not finish this report. And I took a second and I went, what? Just a fucking second. I'm getting upset over a report. For fuck's sake. I'm not going to be sat on my deathbed going, do you know what? I'm really glad that I got all that information for that report on time. No, I'm not. So what set my train of thought off in the direction like, what
What
are
time
you?
was it due?
No, what are you living for? What are you going to on your deathbed look back and go, I'm glad I did that, or I regret that I didn't do that, that sort of thing. I want my life to be, I'm glad I did that. So my question to you, my subjects that I'd like to talk about is reasons for living. Little positivity.
I mean, I can't think of any, so this is going to be done very quickly.
You have a lot of things to live for. What things do you do during the day? All your hobbies, or your interests, or
That's
the people.
fair. That's fair, because I don't really think this, but then when I think about it, I actually do quite a lot.
You do, yeah.
Do you want to go first? Or?
Yeah, I'll talk about it. So I was thinking all the different things that I do that make life worthwhile. Obviously, don't get me wrong, my job is great. It's the best company I've ever worked for. In all seriousness, the best company I've ever worked for, and the best from what I hear from other people as well where they work. But
Yeah, you don't work for Tesco.
I don't work for Tesco, but it's not what I live for, and I realised since leaving the place of the help of the web,
We're gonna have to get a little bleepy jingle to go over
Yeah,
any
the help of
business
the web.
name.
The spider's nest.
The work should not be
Ooh, I
your
like
entire
that.
life unless you're doing like what you love. If you're a painter and you love doing that and that's your job, that's great. But I don't think work should be your entire existence, your entire reason for getting up every day. I think it's great that that's part of your life and you enjoy it, but I think you need other things outside to have goals outside. So for me, it would be traveling, it would be the people I know, the doing different things, reading, obviously my partner, you guys, and then Chris. In that order
I want to
precisely.
just point out that reading, travelling,
yeah.
things you enjoy doing
Yeah.
were above Chris.
Well, you know.
You're above us as well.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Frankly, I'm very annoyed.
We'll pull the funding.
Pull the funding from my floor.
I love that that's like a threat now.
I'll pull the funding. We will literally pull the rug from under your feet.
Yeah. What are you gonna do then? Hover?
Watch me. Because you'll have to.
Hi Sarah. Hi guys.
It's not a view anyone wants,
Can I
really.
have me floor back? No. You
No.
know what you did.
Yes, until you think about what you've done. But yeah, these are like all things that I like to do, just like time on my own, time with you guys, doing stuff that I can
Scratching
do.
your eczema.
Oh, that's oh, Joe, and people that's got eczema that there, they know.
The
And
cow
the cushion.
pillow's
Yes,
just there.
that cushion is a reason for living. That cushion is a reason for living. Live fucking life. Don't do something if you don't want to, apart from like, the obvious paying bills, blah, blah, blah. But don't...
No, you've given me permission now.
Don't sweat over the stupid shit. Live for what you want to live
That's
for.
a really good life lesson, but it's something I'm really bad at doing.
No, you live. I mean, I'm telling you what you think now, which is incorrect of me. But I mean, you do what you want to do during the day. Do you know what I mean? You have your Twitch streaming, you do the podcast, you play games, you read books. You know what I mean? You are proactive in that sense. If that makes sense.
Vigorous.
I like to be creative, but I'm also very bad at putting myself out there creatively. Because it's a constant stream of, oh, I have this idea, this would be a really cool thing to make, and then another stream of, yeah, but people hate you and they're never going to watch it. That's basically my brain on a loop.
It's such a shame, because it's not your fault, it's the anxiety talking, isn't it? And it's unfortunate in your brain, and you're going to think years and I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that, which you can't help. But it's, if you aren't in that funk, if it's just a funk, if it's not a mental disorder, that sounds awful, but you know what I mean? Stop it. Just stop it. You can be hit by a bus. I mean, that guy from what's his name? School of Rock. You know, the kid who played the drummer was on a bike in New York, just on his bike, just down the road, bus hit him, dead.
Serves him right for being in a shit film.
Why do that to yourself? You know what I mean? You could die tomorrow. Just fucking eat the pasta or eat the pizza or
No, that is really good.
Do it.
You know what the funny thing is? So recently, because it's recently come to Disney Plus, me and Phil have started binging The Golden Girls because I wanted to watch it for years, and let me tell you, I'm loving it so far. But they had this very discussion on just a few episodes ago, where I think it was like an episode where Sophia thought she was having a heart attack or something, so she was worried about she thought she was gonna die, and it meant that Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose had like a really sincere conversation about death and are they happy with their lives? And I think in this point, like there was like one of the subplots of the episode was like Blanche was going on a diet because she was trying to impress some man, and then I think it was Dorothy gave this whole speech about how like you're trying to slim yourself down for someone else, but you're not enjoying the life you're living, and we don't know how long we've got left. So just eat the fucking cake.
Yeah.
Eat whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I've had 2 bags of sweets today, and you know what? I don't fucking give a shit.
Right. So you should not. Life's too fucking short, and you don't realise it. Really, you hear it. People say it all the time, and I'm like, that's great. I might go eat a pizza, but I'm still gonna like worry myself about it the day after. You don't actually. It doesn't sink in until you're actually going through it, or it's too late to do anything fucking about it. So just fucking live for it.
I was trying to think. So someone said
Bravo.
something about advice. That was it. I started listening to a podcast, a great podcast. We'll put it in the description when we put the episode up. 'Cause it is great. It's a podcast called Women Talking Bollocks. And the reason I started watching it is because the comedian Jen Briss is on it. She's the one who did the because we're low talkers, aren't we?
Yes,
You know why? Because we've got money.
Yeah.
So she's on it. She's one of the 3 women on it. It's literally, the title says it all. It's just women talking bollocks.
Yeah.
And they have a segment called, I can't remember her name. I'm gonna have to look her up. Let me look at the podcast so I can get cause I know it's Jen, Maureen, and then I can't remember what the other woman was called. I know it began with an A.
Did they talk about the meaning of life?
Alison, that's her name. And there was a corner called Alison's Advice, and in both of the episodes that I listened to so far, the tagline was, I'm not using it, so here's my ad, so you can have it instead or something.
Yeah.
And she made a point of being like, the thing is, we all have good advice. The problem is, when it comes to your own problems, you have too much emotional involvement in it to be able to take the advice, so it's good to have someone on the outside who doesn't have that investment give you that advice, and I think that's so true as well.
It is.
Because like I feel like I've given pretty good advice to a bunch of friends. I'm shit at taking my own.
Yeah.
Anyway, reasons for living.
Reasons for living. Phil, reasons for living.
Go on,
Yeah.
please.
So I think honestly my main one is my friends.
Yay! I'd say that as well.
Phil and my friends. Like,
Yeah. People.
as a weirdly anxiety riddled but extroverted person, I live for seeing my friends. That's when I'm at my happiest. Like,
Yeah.
you come down on an evening, all the worries go. I'm like, yeah,
I
just
agree.
chill, fun evening with Sarah or Olivia's here, Lizzie's here, whoever it is. Like, all the worries go because it's like, you know, I'm in my element. I'm with a friend. I'm enjoying life.
Yeah.
And that's like my main thing. I think gaming and stuff is I do enjoy quite a lot of escapism,
Yeah.
which I know doesn't sound like the best thing. It's like, oh, I live for escaping from this world, but no, I enjoy immersing myself
Everyone
in other worlds, and
enjoys
I
a
also live for
degree of
being
that.
creative. Like, I love like singing, playing music, writing songs, playing an instrument, whatever it is. I enjoy having that sort of creative outlet.
Yeah.
And that's definitely another reason for living for me. Also, and I know this sounds very superficial, but like, you know, food sometimes
Hell
is
yeah!
really nice.
Preach it!
I made a fucking bomb-ass cheesecake over the weekend, and let me tell you, it
Yeah.
was delicious, and we
Yeah.
ate the full thing.
Nice. I love it.
It
Yeah.
was great, and I'm making another one for my parents
Food
this
is life.
weekend.
Food
and
is love.
like,
Food
it's
is love.
gonna be delicious.
Yes, excellent.
But no, so like, definitely my friends and sort of like doing the hobbies I enjoy and being creative are like probably I would say my main ones. Obviously I have ambitions, like I really want to be able to perform music live.
Yeah.
Like, that's like my main thing. I really want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
That's like my number one tourist destination.
They're
really
like
wanna go to Japan.
aspirations though,
They're
aren't they?
aspirations
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
But like, you know, I still think that's kind of a reason for living.
Yeah.
Like, it gives me something to work towards.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like those. Phil, reasons for living.
Oh, also,
Do you have any?
before I forget, I know
Are you alive?
this might overlap with Phil's, but the pigs.
Piggies!
Okay, I have 2 reasons for living.
Ball 1, ball 2.
Pig 1, pig 2.
Okay, if we're being that specific, then I have 3.
Okay.
They're called Jerry the guinea pig, Cherry the guinea pig, and waiting for you to die.
Reasons for living, just to see him out.
Yeah, although I have said multiple times that I will die before him.
Just from stress.
Out of spite.
Out of spite. No, if you die first, it would make him happy.
No, because if he
No,
goes
no,
first,
no.
I'm going with him.
He knows that
Oh.
if I die first, he said it himself. If he dies first, he will be distraught.
Oh, okay, so
Whereas,
you know that will
whereas
upset
if
him
he
most.
dies,
You'll be alright.
I will
the tape,
be
he doesn't
free.
mean that. He doesn't mean
If he dies, I'm going with him so he can't escape me.
He wants to do a fucking Mr. Burns style coffin with Smithers, like there's Burns and Smithers in the bottom. It's like,
This
whatever
was a
happens,
joke I made the other night.
yeah. He said that we're either gonna have a coffin like that, or we're gonna have side by side coffins with a armhole cut out so that we can hold hands together.
Oh,
No! Don't touch me, you strange creature! No!
Sweet.
No!
Please, boyfriend.
You scare me.
Boyfriends are reasons for
You know that
living.
you know what I was saying earlier this evening that I don't find horror scary. I find horror to be comedy. You scare me.
It's love.
Why did you just waft that
Because
to
you
me?
deserved it.
Oh, I don't want to hold your hands.
Boyfriend.
That's the most uncomfortable.
You have
You're
a lot
so
of hobbies.
warm.
You both have a lot of hobbies that like overlap with each other as well. I think your front room is a very good example of that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
The only problem is he's loud with his hobbies, whereas that.
But you don't have money.
No, because you steal it all and use it on cake, and then we both eat the
Cheesecake.
cake.
Then we both have cake.
Yay! Cake is a reason for living, I find, definitely.
Sonic the Hedgehog comics.
Yes.
Just because I
Oh
want
yeah,
to know
that's
what's
your
going to happen.
recent obsession, isn't it? You've really started getting into getting comics.
Yeah. I was good though. I limited myself to just the Sonic ones rather than getting, the new Batman series and Deadpool and Moon Knight and so many.
I thought you were getting Moon Knight.
No, I decided, for the sake of not spending too much money, I will just limit it to one series,
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Until you win the lottery.
and then I'll buy all the back collections.
See, that's
Which does remind me, I do have 30 plus back editions of Sonic to slowly work through acquiring.
wow.
What was it? Oh, so like this. Actually, no. This can be its own separate topic. I'll make a note of it.
Okay. because I thought that out of all the things you collect, know about, research,
I just know
play,
anything.
trains, badgers, Mario, games,
And other nouns.
TV shows, TV shows, friggin', oh god, there's so many things. I'm just looking round. Geese. Geese, there are so many things, and you just went guinea pigs and him. I'm like,
Well, not even guinea pigs and him. Guinea pigs and watching him die.
yeah, oh yes. And I went reading and travelling, then Chris. I think it adds
See,
In all
substance to
fairness,
life,
you have
doesn't
been
it?
reading a lot of like funky mangas recently.
Yeah, that is true.
At least you were relatively high up on my priority list.
Yeah.
You were technically second.
Yeah, see, higher
Love
than
you
Chris
too.
was.
Love you too, darling.
But
You were
it's
technically
those
second.
little things that make time, this tiny spot on Earth that is called your existence, livable and bearable.
I will say, and this is going to be cheesy as fuck, and I don't care. This is going to be something that I look back on and I'm like,
Yes.
happy we've done.
I am so glad that we did this. 100%, definitely not a regret. I keep saying to myself, because again, I have conversations with my dad, and there's a lot of things that, bless him, he regrets, and I don't want to have those. I don't want to. Obviously, there's like maybe social situations where I go, oh, I can't believe I said that, but they're not like full-grown regrets. I don't want to
Yeah,
go back and go, oh, why
but
did I
then-
do that? I could have
That's the
done
thing.
this.
They will never be full-grown regrets because you don't have to have children.
Swallow.
Or get them to go out the window.
Yeah, obviously you can't do shit while you've got
Swallow
COVID.
some fun, save a life.
Wait, out the window? Who's wanking out of a window, Phil?
That's how I was conceived.
Through a window and a
Ew! Ew! Just your dad just out of a window and your mum there like, I'm ready!
That's a whole different meaning to exposure.
Hey, that is an honoured tradition in Sunderland, I'll have you know. It's a sport. Of course, we only do it around, sort of July, August. It's during the summer holidays. We normally do it around that sort of time of year.
Yeah.
Because then it's warmer. You don't want to be out in your back garden in the middle of freaking.
Yeah,
Plus, you want to do it
frosty
before
cheeks.
autumn and winter when it starts
Yeah.
getting darker.
Yeah, you've
Because
done
you got less daylight, you got less time to actually be able to see the target.
that is true.
Not
Do
saying
you
that my
want
mum is a
to
small
in Sunderland?
target.
Do you want to see a target in Sunderland? Do you want to see? Anyway,
There's
reasons
things
for
in which
living.
to not miss the target. I'm a little laser light on the end.
So we've
like a rifle.
that in Sunderland.
We're talking about the late 80s, early 90s here when my parents were cavorting. Lasers weren't really as easily acquirable.
We're saying that in Sunderland the reason for living is target practice for the lady's vagina. Is that what we're
Out
saying?
of a window.
Sex through a window. Is that what we're saying in
Yeah,
Sunderland?
just
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same in most
You could
coastal
say it was
towns.
a real pain.
Like Hull. Hull, Cleethorpes, just to use a few more local examples
Yes.
for you.
What
Yeah.
for Hull you did it off the bridge?
No.
Oh, that's the Humber Bridge.
No.
Ignore me.
Humper Bridge.
The Humber Bridge. The Humber
Yeah. But yeah, no,
Chortle.
reason for living, definitely, obviously, I would agree with you on people that I meet because I love meeting new people. Love meeting new people. That's like,
despise
oh,
them.
I love it. I love
You're
it
a
so
massive
much.
introvert, though.
No, it's not that I'm an introvert. I just
You
hate
are.
everyone.
And every living being.
Yeah. No, not every living being. I like people. I like animals.
Yes, I agree
I
with
just
that.
don't
Meeting
like
interesting
Homo
animals.
sapiens.
Oh, we thought you were going to
They
say homosexual.
Oh, I fucking hate homosexuals. They are the worst.
I love meeting new people. It definitely gives meaning to life because it expands your mind, it makes you think differently, it adds to your life experience. I love that.
It only really dawned on me somewhat recently just how many friends like this. I'm not bragging. How many friends I have when
Look at all the friends
you
I
do
got.
this,
Yeah.
and also Miles does this.
Yeah.
Where I'll mention someone's name and they'll be like, oh wait, which one's that again?
Yeah.
And it's only kind of like recently come to light that like I have quite a few friends.
Yeah.
Enough that people get confused which one is
Doesn't
who.
help that their names are all similar.
Yeah, it doesn't help that you've got.
Actually, because I've got two
some people with-
Charlottes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Liz,
yeah,
Lid.
yeah,
Lydia.
yeah, yeah. Reasons for living, there are many.
We should just change your friends' names. for them.
Friend
I
one,
forgot that
friend
none of
two.
us said family on our list.
I think I've made it abundantly clear that I don't
Oh,
care.
yeah.
I moved to Sheffield to get away from my family.
Same.
To be fair, if I lived in the same house, I'd sleep a little bit longer. You know what I mean? They're not a reason to get up in the
If I-
morning.
Oh, I thought you meant because you'd been blackout
Oh,
drunk.
well, that too.
I mean, I would sleep a lot longer if I was still with my family. I would sleep eternally. Because fuck that. Don't know how my brother has managed it.
That's it. So
I know how my
it-
sister's managed it because she's thick as pig
I,
shit.
I love my parents. They're great. We had rough patches like years ago. We're good.
Every
They're
family
great.
does, yeah.
They're great. I love them. However, every time I've mentioned the idea of me and Phil moving at some point, or even when we were first moving here, they'd be like, "Oh, why don't you look for a place closer to us? Oh, why don't
That's
there's a
out
flat-"
of love,
At one point, they
though.
literally said, "There's a flat going in hometown
Yeah.
if you want." And every time I'm like,
That's nice. You know, there's also a house for sale in Ottawa.
There's also one on fire in Barnsley.
"Yeah."
Are we saying
There's always
facts?
one on fire in
Is that what we're
Barnsley.
doing? Yeah.
We're stating observations
Yeah.
here. But like, you know,
There's a brothel in
they keep being
Germany.
like, "Oh, you need to move closer to us," and I'm like, "I don't want to move closer to you.
There's
I
a
like
lovely
where I
little
am 'cause
wooden
I have
hut
enough-
in the Alps
I
somewhere.
have enough
Just
independence here."
random facts about domiciles. There you go.
That's what I mean. Live with no regrets, but don't be a serial killer.
We're saying that as if you're not on the verge of becoming one yourself.
Yeah, well.
That's what all your podcasts are training for. Get enough true crime facts
That's
in
it.
you, and then
That's
you
it.
can.
Kill
Commit-
What if
without.
you're like a sleeper agent who has like a trigger word?
What would my trigger word be?
Clunge.
I was about to say clunge.
They foresaw that I would have gay neighbours, so they were like, "Oh, they're clearly going to talk about vaginas, so let's not make it clunge, shall we?"
Bottom.
Bottom.
Some like robotic droid noises come out of your eyes as you focus and must kill
Your eyes have gone really red and you're smoking, Sarah.
Why are you speaking Russian?
Das Vidania.
Vodka. It makes so much sense now.
Oh, anyway.
Positive message.
Anything else anyone wants to add?
No, reasons for living.
47 to 682, please.
I've been looking at that fucking game case for ages. I think it keeps saying Sink King. I know it's Sneak, but it looks like Sink.
It does look like sinking.
Anyway, that's gonna do it for this week's episode of the We Pay For Your Floor podcast. I have been Andy.
I've been Phil.
And I've been Sarah.
And until the next episode, we will see you later.
I'm gonna pop back upstairs now and try and be the best neighbour I can.
You better,
Because
we
we pay for your floor.